You ever get frustrated by the fact that your players don't use their super cool abilities?
The original creator goes on to say they don't use the super cool abilities and it frustrates you, so build enemies that are mirror versions of the party that do use their super cool abilities and kick the party's ass with them. I am overall extremely in favor of this as a thing. You could even do it with the classic, like the party goes into a room that has a bunch of mirrors, they look into the mirror, and their selves step out and start a combat. Very great opening to a very cool encounter, very memorable. This kind of encounter building I have come to refer to as Anathema encounter building, based off of Matt Colville's usage of the term the Anathema Party, meaning another party of adventurers who are in some way opposed to the goals of the actual player character party, and so they will come into conflict, and it is a big brawl because it's two roughly equally matched and player character-like parties that are having to engage with all of their cool, fancy abilities and magic items. There are so many cool things that can come from an Anathema encounter, not just, the GM kind of stunting and showing, like, what player character abilities could do if you really highly coordinated them. There's definitely that element. But enter these things with caution, because I think if you're not playing for a table that is, like, hardcore, we want a difficult time, we want a tough encounter, if they're not into that, this can come off very aggressive and sort of GM versus players mentality kind of thing. I know because I've done this before, and when someone is wielding player character style sheets, even if they're trimmed down and simplified, with the efficiency of a dungeon master who knows the circumstances, the context, and how the encounter is going to play out and is able to prep all of that stuff the same way you would prep a monster, it can be extremely brutal. It can really put a party on tilt, both in character and out of character, because they just feel like they're up against it and it's not a fair contest. The mechanic that specifically almost won me a mutiny at the table was when I was playing as a level 20 paladin against them, as part of like a little party, and they spent all of this time chewing through the paladin's hit points, and then I laid on hands for 100 hit points and basically reset the fight, and we almost had a problem. We reined it in. It was okay. The anger, the rage, everyone at the table bonus action raged on me. And it was very memorable, but just use this with caution.